Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and in this video, we'll be taking a look at a newer cryptocurrency that is becoming profitable or more profitable to mine than some of the others, especially during this current bear market. Now, this isn't a full project breakdown, but we are going to take a quick look at some of the mining characteristics, some of the experiences I had, and advise of some of the pros or cons that I already found, even with just a short overview. And this new currency, or new-ish currency, because it's been around for a bit, but it just started showing up on mining calculators like hashrate.no, is Novo.money, right? Or Novo.money. I'll have a link to their website down below. And if you want to get a wallet that is supported, you're going to have to get Paragon, and which actually supports a number of different cryptocurrencies that I'm familiar with. Now, again, they have some buzzwords or terms in here that I'm interested in, and the project has some interesting points. But the negative point that I want to break down, and this is the Paragon wallet, by the way, on the Chrome Web Store, is that when you search up Novo or Novo Bank, and I don't think the two are tied together, there are some negative stories. There's some positive stories and some negative stories. However, I can't pinpoint or confirm if they are tied to the actual project, Novo.money. So keep that in the back of your mind. But focusing on the mining aspect of it, if I put all my rigs, in, 2 NVIDIA mixed rigs and 1 AMD mixed rig, Novo is the most profitable to mine right now. I'll be making about $1.15 in fiat a day. Not a lot, but compared to other cryptocurrencies right now at time of filming, where like Radiant and Alphium, I would only make 24, 25 cents a day in fiat. The other projects are like -12, -40 cents, so on and so forth. So it is the most profitable for my rigs or my configuration to mine right now at my electric rate. However, the network hash rate has been increasing, right? As more and more people start to see it on the hash rate calculator, even though I've been mining it since 6 terahash network hash rate, you know, more people come online, the net hash increases, thus obviously increasing the difficulty and reducing profitability. It is nice that hashrate.no puts all of this information on there, including the GPU overclocks and so on. But if we look here, Novo has a number of pools that support it. The #1 pool is EVGA.com. And unfortunately, they have over 54% of the network hash rate. Now, I know I said this till I was blue in the face, but we never want to have one pool with over 50% of the network hash rate, because if a bad actor is incentivized and it's profitable for them to attack or implement a 51% attack, they will do it. Now, right now, I don't think it's profitable and there's no incentive for it, so they're probably not going to do it, but try to spread out your hash rate as much as possible. The second most pool, or the pool that has the most hash rate, is mynewmining.com, which is in Germany. So obviously we got all bases covered throughout the world that various people can connect to, and even I here in the USA can connect to a pool in Germany and be just fine. It's just usually you want to choose a pool that's in your region or close to, so that way you have low latency, low ping, and you're getting those shares submitted as soon as possible. Now, I did play around with EK Pool for quite some time, and it's not their fault, but unfortunately my hash rate wasn't reporting correctly. And again, it's not their fault. I believe the dev, Dr. 83 for SRB Miner, needs to do some more fine tuning, and they are. But, you know, trying to keep up with all these coins and all these various cryptocurrencies and products that keep coming out, you have to keep updating your miner. And if it's not their full-time job, it can be a little bit cumbersome. So just be patient with the devs. But I did try out BZ Miner, who is actually showing the correct hash rate at the pool. Just to give you an example, for example, on my AMD rig, which I'm still having issues with and still fine-tuning, I should be getting about 12 gigahash, but at the pool it was only like 1.2 gigahash, 1.8 gigahash, somewhere in that range, unfortunately. So BZ Miner is the better miner right now at time of filming, but things probably could get better as SRB team or the devs fix a couple things. Real quick note, another con of this situation is Novo is a new currency. It's starting to show up on mining calculators, so people are starting to flock to it. It is profitable for them to mine, but there's not a lot of exchanges, right? We got Garlix.io, we got, I don't even know how to say that, XGX, I don't know, and then TXBit.io. Look at the volume. The 24-hour volume is really low, so it's very easy to push this coin up or down, to make it more profitable or less profitable. It can be influenced very easily. So obviously that's going to be a concern as the project continues to get a foothold or develop a foundation. If there's not a lot of volume and somebody decides to sell all their mining profits, it's going to tank the price and make the project unprofitable. People are going to switch off, And then here we go again. Thus goes the mining circle. As far as NVIDIA, like overclocks and settings, you can technically apply whatever you had for Radiant or Alphium or some other core-intensive algorithm other than Kapow to this particular cryptocurrency or algorithm. You can ignore the memory clock and the core clock here because I am setting some direct parameters or custom tuning parameters for these GPUs. So like my 3000 series, I will have the core locked at 1470 with the offset being anywhere from 200 to 255 depending on the GPU model, and I'm dropping the mem as low as possible, you know, 810 or whatever, but not all GPUs like that. For example, the 1060, the 1660 Ti Super and stuff like that are not listed in the benchmark settings for this particular coin just yet on hashrate.no, but you can technically go and look at like whatever it is for Radiant or a supported algorithm that does have information for your GPU and kind of apply those and then fine tune from there. But like the 1660 Super, I might have the core locked again around 1500 and then dropping the mem as low as I possibly can. Moving on to the flight sheet, basically you just want your algorithm. Now you won't find SHA-256 DT in here just yet, so just choose Novo. You're going to put your wallet address or put in the wallet template, you know, %WAL %sign. Worker name, same thing. And then password, I have a custom password because again, I'm trying to mine Litecoin or mine Novo, but get paid out in Litecoin, and I'm doing it as a party. That again, anybody can join me if you're interested. Let me know. And then put in your pool address. Now, Zerg Pool does have this information or generator that you can use to set it up however you want. If you want to get paid out in a different currency other than Litecoin, you can do that as well. Fill out this information and then copy and paste this in this corresponding data and information. Really, it's just my AMD rig that's giving me the most trouble. Now, one of the issues I've been experiencing is with my AMD rig. You will need to update your AMD drivers. Now, if you see here on my AMD rig, there is no update notification for HiveOS, right? I am on the latest. We can actually verify that here at the bottom, what version I'm on. I'm on the latest operating system for HiveOS. However, for this particular currency, especially if you're using BZ miner on AMD rigs, the BZ dev for the miner advised that we need to be on driver 21.50.2 or higher. And so even though I use HiveOS to update the AMD driver, you're going to need to manually do it. Because if we look here, and what we saw in Hive, we're not above this. We're below it. We're on 21.40. We need to be on 21.5 or higher. So looking at this top right putty window, which I recommend using putty to manage your rigs, by the way, if you haven't checked out that video, we need to update to the latest stable, not the latest beta, but the latest stable, because the latest beta doesn't even have the driver that's above 0.50. So the latest stable is 22.20, and that's the one we're going to go with. How I got here was simply type in hive dash replace space dash dash list, and then once it loads up, you just choose the one you want by hitting the corresponding number, in this case 1, and then hit enter. Now we need to let that go. That's going to take some time, but that will allow BZ Miner to mine, or my AMD GPUs to mine using BZ Miner on right now, which is Zerg Pool. I am mining Novo, but getting it auto-transacted or changed into Litecoin, and that is because Bitcoin hash rates, or excuse me, Bitcoin fees and gas and transaction, all that stuff is kind of being impacted right now. So to save as much money on fees and everything, I'm using Litecoin instead. The unfortunate thing is if you're a small miner, the minimum payout for Litecoin on a daily basis is 0.25 LTC, and Sunday is 0.05. So I'm not really concerned about that. I can wait to Sunday, which at time of filming is tomorrow. But just bear that in mind if you are going to choose a pool like Zerg Pool and get paid out in an alternate currency. But I am party mining. And if you are interested in joining me, let me know and I'll give you the password. But I'm just trying to mine Novo and get it auto-exchanged into Litecoin. But you can direct mine it through EVGA pool and a number of other pools, and you can even solo mine as you see fit. Now, if we had 40 gigahash, and don't trust this calculator on miningpoolstats.stream all the time, it can be right, but it won't always be 100% correct. If I had 40 gigahash right now of my rigs hashing away, I would actually earn 1.7 million coins in a 24-hour period, or $4.50 in a 24-hour period. But obviously minus electricity, I'm gonna lose a little bit more. Now it's kind of in line, right? I should be around 35 gigahash. It's kind of in line with hashrate.no. They say I make 1.5 million instead of 1.7 million. So, you know, just take it with a grain of salt. Don't take it as Bible, and you should be fine. But yeah, 35 gigahash, 1.5, sitting close to where we should be. $4.93 fiat. But after electricity, you know, I'm only making $1 and some change in profitability. So the project has been out for a minute, and if you can catch these projects or these spec mining coins before they get shown on hashrate.no, and I showed you in a previous video how you can identify those projects, then you could actually get a decent bag, and then when it gains popularity, obviously take profits where you see fit. But is this product going to remain profitable? Well, with its volume, there's any moment it could tank, and then the profitability goes down, and then Radiant, Alphium, Ironfish, whatever, takes over that #1 spot once again. So we'll see long-term what happens, but this is what spec mining is all about. You find a new project, you start mining, you get a bag of it. If it starts to do good, you take profits. If it doesn't do good, then you're left holding the bag, and you got a bunch of a cryptocurrency that has no real value, and you can't trade it. So it's a catch-22, but if you dance this dance and do well, you could make some decent profits. But I wish you nothing but luck in your endeavors, and I just wanted to share this information with you. Let me know your thoughts on Novo.money down below. If you have any information about whether Novo.money or the cryptocurrency is tied to the bank or any affiliation with the banking sector, let me know. Hit me up on Discord, Twitter, and if you want to join me in party mining this coin, again, let me know. You know how to find me. Twitter, Discord, whatever it might be. If you want to join our Discord, you got to become a member of the channel. Otherwise, keep an eye out for some random Discord link drops, and I will catch you in the next one. Please do me a favor, though, on the way out. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out some of the links in the description that help support the channel and what we do here. And you just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll see you.